this soda? What are you taking? Franklin, would you start taking the oils, please? Come on. Go on. Go on. Scoot. Scoot. Go on. Go on. Go. Pop. Position yourself, please. Everyone's hearing us negotiate. This is our warm-up. Frank's good. We're figuring out what's up. We good, pup? You good? Something's up with you. Make yourself clear, please. Make it clear what you need. Or what we need. What's up? Yeah, you need to squeeze real hard. Okay. Franklin needed me to work out some frustration. Thank you, Franklin. We're just dropping right in. This is part 2 of the birthday celebration. Hostess birthday cupcake. It was delicious. Who needs candles? We'll have a fire later. We can have a fire during the daytime. This dude just turned 60 years old. 60 fucking A. 60 years old. I swear to God, just yesterday I was fucking 18. Yeah, I was like 18 and like hoping I would figure it out in time. Yeah, I think that's what it was. You know, last thing I knew I was 18 and I was hoping I would figure it out in time. That's the sense that I've carried with me my entire life. That there was a clock ticking. I was working on a puzzle. It's like that fucking perfection game. Spent hours, man. All of those games. You remember that one? You had like, I don't know, 40 pieces, different shapes. Each one had its specific place where it fit inside the grid. You push the thing down and you set the timer and you're trying to put all the pieces in, or you gotta hit the thing before it. Man. 15 seconds. It was fucking nuts. Those games, mastermind games. Puzzles. Shit. You know, like my sons, Sam and Jack, if you're listening to this, you know, the way you dove into video games, right? That was Dad in like the fundamental architecture of the puzzle that is the seed that became that game, because it scales David the same way. So, you know, your dad was, you get to that, the seed of the puzzle, and then it becomes, you know, a crossword in the New York Times, and then it goes into a video game. It's all the same thing. So I was working at that level, right? Deep into the architecture of what became our virtual world. As a young child, playing in his own world because no one understood him. That's where he lived. out to interact with you and be whatever you saw in him. Calculations have always been going on in my head. I'm always, I see it all the time. Multiplying, divide, all, everywhere. Always happening. As I just have, I've witnessed it. I've seen how it manifests on this plane. The way I count my steps and watch my patterns. Watching everything in the most minute detail, all being received, witnessed by awareness, all at once at every single level, super subtle to gross, disgusting. Look at it as closely or expansively as called for in that moment. You don't just keep closing, go deeper, and never fucking look up. You have to go, and then say, now where are we? And step way fucking back. Go, because the deeper you go, the broader you can go. Feels a lot like life, right? Do things not do this, right? Sharon, 3 principles, that's what they teach. The flow. I mean, even got me that. The wallet was nice. She did give me a nice gift. This was actually really sweet. Sharon, you should have, like, it worked, right? It's, you trusted yourself. I think it was a birthday. Yeah. Sharon found it difficult to she know how to show her appreciation for me because let's get into this, how this happens, because I get it. Okay, we'll start here. He's married to Carrie, the mother of Sam and Jack. And I resented her terribly. I've got a piece that I wrote, I am speaking to you, and there's a stanza in there that's pretty incisive, where I speak of 2 boys I absolutely adore, and a wife I equally abhor. Yeah. I was, she'd had a horrific childhood. Horrific fucking childhood. Her, oh my God, do not want to grow up in that household. No, you do not want to fucking grow up in that household. No, you do not. With Greg and Helen Gallivant. No, you fucking do not. And the whole Krosky clan and the whole, no, that's twisted shit. You know, I know how twisted because it's a perfect reflection of mine. Twisted fucking shit. And you can see you can see the rest of the pattern. and was and is suffering greatly for it. It was and is projecting that suffering onto others, blaming others for her experience that she had. Remember, this is how it works. She had a really bad experience as a small child. Horrific fucking experience. Did not ask for this. Not her fault. Not her fault. Okay? And still, I'm down, right? The shit flows downstream, right? So, very real impact. Hurt like fuck. Almost killed me. Yes, true. Not her fault. And still I'm gonna fucking strip her clothes off and say, you fucking did that to me. Because you now need to see it. Not your fault, but you have to own it, or else you're gonna continue to suffer. It's not gonna do anything to me, but I'm gonna tell my fucking story. And that's why it's not gonna do anything to me. I'm fucking letting it out. Let that shit go. This is it. Jake, let it go. I am. There it is. So I'm fucking telling the truth. This is what I experienced. Does it make you uncomfortable? Tell your side of it. I'm here. Right? It's not he said, she said. It's not that at all. They experienced this. What was your experience? Tell me about it. Did I do that? Tell me what I did that hurt you. Tell me the thing. Any one of them. What did I do that hurt you? You interpreted my action how? Like, Carrie, you had all of these little dalliances. And I fall in love with the woman. Right, so the one time ever in my life, like here's I'm watching as I'm a kid and I'm growing, and I'm like, oh my God, I would love to have a girlfriend. And I'm watching these relationships form around me, and my friends meeting girls and so forth. And the relationship dynamics, right? How does it work? Well, how do you ask a girl out? How do you couple up? What's the pattern? What's the key words, right? Do you want to go out with me? Does that now we're a thing? Something, or is it dating? It's always changing. There was this thing when I was a kid, you ask girls, you want to go out with me? Yeah, I'll go out with you. Yeah, we're going out together. So now we're a thing. So now we can like swap saliva and who knows what after that. So these interrelational, teenage dynamics. And I'm just watching it. I'm not like, I get a season ticket. Jake's got a season ticket and he's watching it. He wants to play, but he's like, just doesn't know how. Does not know how. And he desperately wants to play. But he couldn't imagine actually being able to do that. Because it looks really fucking scary. I don't know, there's just this vulnerability, like I don't know. John was outrageously uncomfortable in his own skin. Did not like any. He didn't like the way his voice sounded. He didn't like the way he sounded. He was so self-conscious of how he sounded. didn't want others to hear him talking to someone on the telephone. He didn't want someone to hear just his side of the conversation. He thought he felt stupid. He felt, yeah, he just, and talking to a girl on the phone, oh my God. Oh my God. Scared to death. Like I can remember watching him. He's got the phone, he's gonna press that last number where it'll start to ring. What if she picks up? What if she doesn't? What will you say? How uncomfortable will it feel when there's dead air? What if she rejects you? What if you go through all of this, you steel yourself, you hold your breath and you make the final, hit the number. You're gonna get rejected again or abandoned. Yeah, boy, he was struggling. You know, some of the kids at that age just, it seemed just had it figured out. Who had to talk to a girl, comfortable with themselves. I don't know if I looked awkward. I couldn't have been very awkward. I was pretty athletic. No, I was really good at fitting in. You know, that's why Jake is so multi-dimensional. Now, it was self-preservation. You know, it's like, how do you, well, you're given instructions. Everything, believe everybody, please everybody. You know, love everybody. And you know, you apply those as best you can. And so you come into this world having suffered this massive, like, I'm not exaggerating, right? Let's not play. Like, let's get real, all of you doctors, right? Let's get real about what happens when the baby is born. It's a massive trauma. Massive fucking trauma. That's why people are freaked out right now. That's the psychology, is the birth trauma. Your brain was like fucking shit, and you're just like thrown out there. Have fun storming the castle. That's why it's so fucking disorienting. Because it's fucking disorienting. You've been in this womb and, you know, whatever, and suddenly the bright light slapped on the ass. Go get him, champ. But yeah, this little being, right, and suddenly immersed. Well, it's been immersed, but now it's physical form. Now it's detached, right, and it's had this incredible connection, this like literal vine coming out of the navel. There it is, connected connected to mother. One single thrombic system. This little thing in there. No, it's not a separate fucking life. None of it. It's all one thing. And then suddenly it's out, right? You go, what the fuck? What's going on? And then snip. Tether is fucking gone. Whew. Yeah. Go back there. You were there. I was there. I was there. I remember that. I remember what that felt like. It's been eating at me my entire time here. Right? When you start looking at what is fucking bothering me. What's really bothering me? You got to get past Jake is the one that's bothering you. That's a good place to start. I am not bothering you. See, you do not ever get to a seed like that, oh, that thing that really, 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 really hurts was when the umbilical got cut. No one did. I mean, that's life. It's fucking scary. Scary. Imagine that. Like you know nothing else. You've only been that, part of that, and suddenly, whew, nothing. Does anybody feel me? I don't. And now the programming begins. You know, Elvis pinball. Doing, 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 doing. Tilt. Never going to get through to the problem until you start looking inside. None of you, Liz, Kate, Paul, those are my siblings. Leaving my brother Alan out, he's the only one that's given me any allowance whatsoever. Where'd that come from? My siblings have some splaining to do. Oh, Lucy. Yes, they have some some explaining to do. Be curious for them to. I would be curious for them to share with all of us what their experience was, what they were seeing. I want to share what happened to me and how I experienced it, and I'll share what was happening here. And I'll tell you what I saw them doing and how it impacted me. So I'll tell you all of that from my perspective. I'll put it right out in the wide open and invite them to offer, to fill it in with us, because I would love to see it. Let's look at it from as many different perspectives as possible, please. What was your experience like? And does it cohere? Does it cohere with all the others? Or does it seem like, I'm not so sure that that's not really fucking distorted. There seems to be a distortion in that. Like that only coheres if I add transformation to make it right before it fits here. Like Sharon, so that's how I do it, right? Sharon has her story that John was crazy. And wrong and all of these things. And I can understand that, because I understand how that works, how that's her thinking pattern. I understand it. I get it. I see where she's trapped, right? As I'm looking from above, I said, yeah, no, it's that way. You can't see it because you're too close. It's that way. I can see it. We're bouncing between states. Turning 60, reflecting on who we are and how we got here. What drives us, what drove us here, where we're going. Why are we scared? What is it? What is fear? You know, I have found that do you hear the coyotes? Do you hear the coyotes? Right, this is perfect. Maybe we'll open the windows. These Yeti mics picking this up. These mics picking this up. Can you hear the dogs are barking at it now. Birds or coyotes or something. There is something like going ape shit out on the bay right now. Ape shit. I'm hearing it. The dogs are barking at it. Right? And it is 2:23 in the morning, and Rui's bitching about the dogs barking. I'm sure, right? The fucking dogs barking at 2:20. There's shit going on, Rui. Go fucking to sleep. You know, like, I'm not upset about the birds or the dogs, and Daryl's sleeping, and Mary is sleeping, and everyone's sleeping but fucking miserable Rui. happy birthday. Yeah, maybe they're celebrating birthday time, right? It did. It sounded, and couldn't tell, but it was howling, and I know it because I was howling the other night. It was ow, it's coyotes. I can tell if it's this marshland, like so. This is like these aren't all like just streets. Like I am in nature. There's a bay. You go down. You just go down here to a football field and a half. All marshland, all around miles, right? They're animals. It's like, this is just like, it's like I live on a farm and they're saying, could you stop the cows from mooing? I said, this is, I mean, I should be able to make a living out of this, don't you think? I mean, that should, I imagine this is gonna pay pretty well. I mean, this is gonna fucking cost you guys. You've made my life fucking hell. Good, so we got that on tape. Town manager, town council. Louis, what board are you on anyways? Like what game are you running? What's your jam? You know what, I'm gonna get myself a cold soda. What game are you playing, brother? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, sir. Put you right there, my love. Parsley's there. This little fun one. This is Violet. This is the iconic guitar. My fun little lavender violet jungle guitar. Give you all a warning right now. I'm open for some dead air. I'm open for some dead air, but so just so you know. No one has time to listen or watch this. You don't. So just put it on in the background. There's some of you that are going to have to watch it intently. So they're going to say, hey, you better watch that. I'm sure that's going to happen. You might want to check that out. You know, cities and towns and shit like that. You're going to have to mine this shit for information. I'm showing you, like, you want to see the other side's case. I'm showing you my case, my entire case, laying it out for you. It's a good one. It's a really good case. I've got a really good case. Just in case. Just Jake. Did I mention I'm just Jake? This is Al. This is Betty. Put it all together. We're Jake, Al, and Betty. Cosmic Buskers. Buskin' ass. Busk and ask. Who am I and how the fuck did I get here? Celebrating completion of the 60th lap around and having heard the GunLap. I don't know what that means. The end of this race, but you know. Is that my Forrest Gump moment? I hope so. I think I'll go home now. Where is home? I don't know. Let's find out. Who's gonna come with? Playing a game called Next Revolution. Small R, capital E. Next Revolution, we are evolving. I am inviting you into Jake's world. I'm inviting you into my world. Because you don't know me, that's clear. And so I'm giving you, if you would like, an opportunity to witness me come into my world as I am and experience it. So then maybe you would know more about me, about this, about all of this. I believe that if you do that, you will come to find you know more about you. In fact, I know you will. So put this on in the background. You can't sleep at night and you think the dogs are disturbing you, put this on. Your headphones. Sharon was forever waking up in the middle of the night, very often checking in to see if I was awake. I did not mind, do not mind. You need a hand to reach out to in a desperate hour. I'm here. Mercy, I'm here. Mercy, I'm here. I was there for you. Did not mind. How many times did, were we doing breathing exercises at 2 a.m. so you could settle your system and go to sleep? Where you wake up and you want to put on solfeggio tones or this guru droning on and on and on and on, setting your system at ease, because in he you can trust, but this man beside you, you fear. This gentle being laying beside you, doing nothing but loving you, exactly as you are, allowing you exactly as you are, and telling you, my God, it's beautiful. You're like all over the place. I told you that you're all over the place. You can see you're all over the place. Everyone can see, Sharon, you're all over the place. It is fucking beautiful. And I told you, I said, look at that. Boy, to think that in my previous relationships, those little things that I found so endearing early on and that became such annoyances later. In this case, what I'm seeing is that those little things, there's just more and more little things, and the more little things that used to be annoyances, they're just more and more endearing because it's just you. Look at you, just Sharoning. It was beautiful. You touched 10,000 things before you could come to bed. I told you that. I expressed it exactly that way. You didn't even hear it. That was a fucking gift. That was my gift to you, Sharon. I allowed you to be you. fucking all over the place. And I did my best to fucking keep up. At some point I had to breathe or exhale. One or the other. And it's gonna come out. It did. I never and I only ever said, I'm just being me. I kept saying I'm just being me. I use those exact words. And you said you keep saying you're just being you. I said I know. That's all we can be. Jeez, my goodness. How did you miss that? How could I have communicated that more clearly to you? I tried to do it through giving you an abundance of love, of being there for you, doing the chores, the projects, sussing things out for you, calling town hall, credit card companies for you, airlines. That's what you were about. Transaction. Right? You even said, what do you do for me? What do you even do for me other than make a few meals? Yeah, I was the man in your kitchen. That was the poem. There's a man in my kitchen. I never got out of your kitchen. Never got close to your heart, apparently. That wasn't my fault. You told me your heart was broken. Jeez. Who did that? I couldn't get anywhere near it. I gave you every opportunity to express to me whatever resentments you were holding against me. We were there in healing ceremonies. Mercy was there with us, for us. Right? So this is interesting. Everyone's, I meet Mercy, and I am in, the relationship. No, I'm not, looking at Mercy like, oh, here's a potential. No, this is pure friendship. There is no, envisioning me in an intimate relationship. It's just not even on the radar. Because I found the one. And I'm, I know where this is going, and I've had these experiences. And, Sharon, you wanted a ring, and I was offering you so much fucking more. I would have given you the ring too. Runaway bride. I get it. That was me at fucking 17 years old. Yeah. 17 years old. Yeah, I wanted. Oh my God, I had to run away from it. Can't stand it. It can see me. It can see me. And if it can see me, it's gonna know what I am and what I did. I held all of that shame. If she only knew who I really was, the things that I have done. Because I told my father what I had done. And he said, did you do this with anybody else? And then it was never spoken of again, ever. Right? Except about me behind corners and shit like that. But that's that darkness you wanted me not to look at. I couldn't not look at it because it was eating me alive. I was was open with you about that. You said, "Oh, I had my own thing," but you, I don't know. I don't. It's not about, like we say, yo, do the work. It's not doing the work. It's doing what matters. It's getting real. It's allowing someone to know who you are, what you've experienced. Mercy doesn't tell me just, I'm not making a comparison, I'm letting people know the difference. This is unfair, Sharon, because Sharon is just like everybody. I mean, that's normal. That's just how she was conditioned. It's not her fault. But now we have to see it, right? So that's the harsh thing. It wasn't your fault, but now I'm telling you. And if you resisted, this is, so now I'm going to have to, right? Because I tried, I was there to hold you. And now the story has to be told, and it's very incisive. It's like, oh, this is it. Make of it what you will. You know, because I just got to fucking get it out there. I don't have, you know, we don't have time to be dancing around it. I'm not going to be Liz Bennett and take fucking 35 minutes to figure out which word comes next. Don't want to offend you or come across as ignorant. Who am I? My sister is fucking twisted. Do believe she's going to end up now. This region that I live in is famous for Lizzie Borden. Lizzie Bennett is going to give her a run for her money in terms of local law. In my book, anyways, in Jake's book. It's a big book. It's very popular. Gospel according to Jake. Yeah, sure. You can have your own gospel. It's your story, your version. That's it, right? Isn't that gospel truth? That's your truth. Gospel according to. Remember that Rainbow Man? Had all the Super Bowls, Rainbow Man, John 3:16. Was that? I was Rainbow Man for Halloween once. Mine said John 3:15. Hey, you know, if you check out the, I don't have it up yet. It will be soon. There's a 4-hour, I might have to break it in half. I don't know if it'll upload, but a 4-hour introduction to Mercy Me, a opportunity to witness Mercy and I in communion together. And jeez, I mean, nothing to do with me. I watched it. Stunning. She is stunning. She is fucking stunning. Brilliant. Stunning. Mercy is brilliant and stunning in this. It's just her voice. And I put my phone in front of the camera a couple times so you can see her. Maybe I'll put a little insert. We'll see about that. Maybe take the video, put a little insert so you can see Mercy. Add a picture or something. I don't know. You'll you know, you can't, well, Mercy decides how you see her, how you witness her. Other than that, you will see her as I see her, as I would like to. I'll say, you know, if you want to get if you see Jake showing you an image of, what he said, that's Mercy. I'm trying to give you an experience of her. That's how she looks to me, right? So if you see an image of Mercy with this blinding sun seemingly coming from behind her and through her, and yeah, that's how I experience her, right? And that's how you would experience her. And if she's not live and on the screen. You're saying, how come Mercy's not live and on the screen? It's because she would melt you. It's like we are titrating for you. No, seriously, like, this is super, super powerful stuff. You will feel the power of her voice, the clarity of her understanding, knowing, her deep, deep knowing, and how embodied and authentic it is. Unlike anything you've ever seen. So don't say, I'm looking for that because there's this guru. It's not going to look like that. That's him. This is this version. I am telling you, it is the real fucking deal. All right? Do with that as you may, but I'm fucking telling you. It's got the Jake seal of approval. Shit, I would not be here if not for the outrageous healing capacity of that woman. Pure Holy Spirit. Pure. If you don't experience it as such, then it's simply because you're not allowing it, or you're not paying attention. But that's what it is. You can't resist it. It will just penetrate you. And she knows what you can handle and what you cannot. She will take your suffering from you, for you, and devour it. And you'll hear her wail. You might even see her shit. You're gonna hear a lot of burps. She's gonna take it out of you, and she's gonna take it out of me. You'll see her. There's other videos. You'll see her taking it out of me. Us taking it out of each other and taking it out of the field. We're sharing our art. This is our art. It's what we do. It's what we do for fun. And mystical. You have to experience it. I'm aboard. This is a lot of things. You can describe or define it however you want. It's a little bit of everything. And how do you want it packaged? You want to get all technical with how it is. You want to get mystical. You want to talk about fairies. You can tell the story any way you want. You design it. It fits. Just you have to have allowance for all the other stories too. You get to have yours. Make allowance for all the others to have it, and it all fits. But without the allowance, it still fits. But that's the old. It's way, way, way over there. We talk about. I don't tolerate people blaming me for their experience of me, right? So like, I say something and someone feels hurt, like you shouldn't, you were mean. I was like, no, that's bullshit. I'm reminding you of your story. I'm not going there with you. Don't give me that. I mean, fuck you. I'm not mean. I am like a supremely loving being. I'm pointing you to your own inner wounding. I'm not just like, I'm not saying like I'm doing that, but me just being me sometimes offends people. Find it offensive. I'm just being me. I'm not like going out of my way to say there's your shadow. I'm not talking about that. It's just I might respond in such a way that some people say, oh, they love that quick response, or cutting them off with an incisive comment. Some people are like, oh wow, thank you. I was going on and on, and you. But other people are really offended by that. Sometimes it bothers me, and sometimes it doesn't, right? There was a time when. How are you going to keep up with that? How am I to know whether you're the one that's offended by that or not? I'm just being me. So I allow that which to flow through me to flow through me. And when I do that, when I just surrender all of it to God and Spirit, then what is guaranteed is that what comes through me to you is exactly what you need in that moment. It's how it works. It is simply how it works. Life always gives you what you need in the moment. You just don't realize it because you want something else, because you think you know better. It's how it works. In my world, and you exist in my world, so that you which exists in my world as a manifestation of my mind, that's how you operate. I am not telling you how you operate in your world, because you can be both ways. I can see it. I can see it both ways. And you could have it either way or both ways. You can have it both and more. So I operate in your world and in my world. You get to say what goes on in your world. I get to say what goes on in my world. I am in your world just like you're in my world. Right? It's your world and I'm just living in it. It's my world and you're just living in it. I'm telling you what it's like in my world. So, yeah, this relationship, me and Mercy, this friendship, you know, she's there and we're both in relationships when we meet. You know, we were both doing that relationship thing when we met. I'm making that distinction. It's not like we were in relationships, now we're in relationships. No, we're doing the relationship thing. This friendship thing that we're doing now, right? It's not that relationship thing that you're doing. Like Christina and Tyler and what I did, you know, with Nicole, what I was doing with Sharon, that was an intimate relationship thing that we do here on the 3D, 4D plane. To do the friendship, capital F friendship, you have to let go of the 3D, 4D plane. You have to relate at a higher, at a deeper, more intimate level. You have to be real. You have to allow each other. You have to allow each other. You have to allow yourself to be seen. You have to allow yourself to be seen. And you have to allow the other to be exactly as they are. And you have to take radical accountability for you, your entire world. Then you look to see how big can I make me, right? So for me, it was like, can I take radical accountability for everything happening inside of this being? And I sat with that and I said, yeah, I can't, like, if it's happening here, who can I blame for this? And then, you know, there's this concept that, you know, when I was working with concepts, and you look at the spiritual texts, the philosophies and everything, this whole thing that, you know, this is, everything out here is just a projection of what is here. So I say, okay, let's assume that that is the case, then let's just assume it, right? Instead of saying, well, prove it first and then I'll go, like they did not prove cause and effect, you bought the assumption, you said, okay. So I said, well, just assume this. Where was that going? You know, when you realize that the underpinnings of that which we think is real is an assumption, that's fucking powerful. Because once you realize that it's an assumption, you can look at things through with fresh eyes and make different assumptions. Conventional perspective is that this is this and that is that. That's the assumption. I assume that this is this and that is that. I could also assume that this and that are the same, that is a projection of this. Right? That has been proposed. That has been proposed. Someone said, well, maybe me and you are not separate. Sounds wild, right? But how do we know? Because you cannot physically tell me where I begin and you end. You can't do that. You, by touching me and say, see, there it is. No, it doesn't work. Show me it, measure it. Because if you take a microscope and you start getting really close, where does this air end? And where does this being begin? You can't differentiate it. It just morphs into this. And this just morphs into you. Ask any scientist. This is not theory. It's not fucking theory. This is science. You can't distinguish one thing from another. We say, well, we'll just call it that, close enough. No, it's not fucking close enough, right? Close enough is there, well, okay, good enough. It's not the thing. It's close enough. Close enough only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, my brother told me thousands of times. This is like life. No, not close enough. Fucking the moon landed close enough. Did they go for close enough? Apparently so. Close enough works. Close enough works. You didn't even get to the fucking moon. But you could do better. Right? So, it is not crazy. Like I can draw a logical path to saying, well, let's assume that which is out there is actually me. That we are one. Right? Because the science says that. So, okay, well, imagine if that is the case. That's hard for you to imagine because you're trapped in your conventional thinking that which is out there is not you. Okay, I'm saying break that fucking boundary. I can do that. I'm not trapped in that box. I can free my mind, say, okay, that is actually me. So then I look and I say, well, I'm going to take radical accountability for the experience that this being is having, right? That includes all of that. How big am I? What is this being? This being is that. What does that feel like? Yeah. At first say, can I take responsibility for this being? Yes, the experience here. Can I take responsibility for this being in this roomie? Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, take responsibility for this full experience. Yeah. Even the mice under the couch. You just keep going before you know it, you swallow the cosmos. You realize that the pieces, this inner state has nothing to do. It really doesn't matter whether that's outside or inside. It has nothing to do with that. It's just everything is just right here. That just goes on around it. And even when you, So look, you lose both ways. First, that which is that when you look outside of what's going on in the world, and that causes, and you say that causes me distress. Phyllis says, "Oh, that causes me distress." Whatever ICE is doing in Minneapolis causes Phyllis distress, and everyone at everyone at the retirement home is going to gather and their pretentious study where they brag that they have. What was it they at Brookhaven? What was it they said they have more authors there than most senior centers have books? Like an A. And I'm arrogant. I'm the one that's arrogant for speaking with certitude about a more beautiful world. Wasn't nice. Didn't deserve to be admonished by you. And Sharon, you should never have been speaking to your mother like that about me. I can imagine, like, oh, I don't understand. What do you mean, Sharon? You're trying to explain how arrogant I can be. And finally I showed you an example, right? By daring to speak with such certitude, passion that scares the hell out of you. You have such beautiful passion. Just scream it into the pillow. Scream it the other way. Bullseyes. Bullseye. I think a pirate looks at 60. About right. Made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast. I know this sounds like, this must sound like all over the place it is, but this is the way, this is life, right? We can't keep telling linear memoirs, stories. It's all fragments. You just have to kind of hold it, I guess. I don't know what you do with this. Or anything, just leave it there. stunning clarity. Stunning clarity. Oh man. 3:04. I think I'm moving towards I think I am gonna lie down in a nice comfortable bed. Get a good rest. I don't wanna be drained. I mean sometimes staying up all night and then seeing the sunrise is really nice. And you can I can have power through it. Like I've stayed up nights in a row. But there's a buzz there. I think I'm yeah. But I'll play a couple of songs first. Yeah, let me play one that I had been thinking about before. Well, maybe what's present for us. You know what, my dearest Sharon, I want seriously, Sharon. I mean, I'm not speaking to you. If she would, I'm speaking. She's here with me. I'm not trying to get that woman a message. I want to be clear about that. I'm not trying to get her a message. Okay? I'm not trying to get her a message. I am forbidden from doing that. This is my diary, and I'm speaking aloud. And I'm inviting people to witness it. I'm not inviting people to direct it to her. Sharon, I love you dearly, but give you completely hold none of it against you. I want to, I'm giving you an opportunity. And I think we would both benefit from getting real at some point about this and finding some closure together on it. I don't need it. I'm fine. Like, I hope you can see I have everything. I'm just wonderful. There's things unfolding, and it's not like, hey, easy street. Like, this is fucking intense. Ooh-wee. Super intense. But man, this is my thing. I know you never got it, but this is my thing. It's what I do. It's transformed into something completely different, but I have never for a single moment ever stopped loving you completely, unconditionally, and without any requirement, anything from you. That's always there. It always was. And you said that's not love. It has always been pure love, and it's still there. I don't blame you. None of this is your fault. But these are the kind of things that can be super powerful if there is some recognition by each of the two. And that will happen at some point. It's how it works. And I would love for you to be the very first heroine to emerge in this story. I would love to be sitting here with you as loving friends in full allowance of each other, and for the world to witness that is possible after all that has happened. That's my dream. That is my dream. Now, that's my dream now. To show that that's possible, to show the world that that's possible. And that's why I want to show how, this is the real fucking deal. Man, you really got me good. Wow. Fucking wow. And it wasn't your fault. You were manipulated. People hurt you. And I want to fucking make sure people know that. Help me do it. Help me do it when the time comes. They hurt you, they hurt us. There was something that was possible there, right? They took that away. All that I am telling you was possible had Hamilton done what Hamilton was supposed to do, what you needed him to do. You put your trust in him, and he failed you. He failed us. Remember, we said we wanted him to help us. We asked him to help us. Hamilton, I asked you to help her and us. You got a birthday coming up too, don't you? Yes, you do. You're another Pisces. You swim at a different school. He had the tools, he had it all, Sharon. He knew it. Did it on purpose. He did it on purpose. He's conniving. He is conniving. He's dark. He's dark as fuck. Ask Andrew. Just ask your friend Andrew. You trust Andrew. He's too kind to say anything, and Andrew didn't tell me anything. He didn't have to. Andrew has the integrity that you would want, that you would expect. He was very careful and knew what contracts he had signed and what his obligations were. Hamilton wanted him to keep his mouth shut when they parted ways, right? After the fact, sign this non-disclosure. Why are you afraid of people talking about things, Hamilton? What are you hiding? I'm going to reveal Hamilton to, it's, I don't know. It looks pretty cultish. Looks like someone trying to build a cult. We'll read the codices. It's got all the markers. Except the Kool-Aid is lemongrass tea. The cliff is just as steep. The fucking lemmings. He failed you, Sharon. I'm offering you a lifeline. So help me to tell a more beautiful story. And I want to start telling that part of it as soon as possible. I'd love to. That's an intention I hold in my heart. So I said I would love to manifest that. That's what I'm holding in my heart. I would love to, at some point, be able to show the world, this is what I'm talking about in terms of telling a more beautiful story. And for it to not ever be something between us, but for that experience that we shared together to be something that we cherish, because that was something we did for each other. Sharon did that for me, because I have been transformed through that experience into something that I find wonderful. It's what I wanted. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that this is where life has been taking me the whole time. This has been that which I've been moving towards, longing for it. I didn't know it was fucking this. Hell no. Shit, if I known this, no. No, you have no idea, but you're just going there, and smash. Right, there's the fucking train. Broadsided. You never even saw it. Woo. Sparkles. Sparkles. That was cool. Sparkles on CV. These things are multidimensional. Beings are relating with each other with shared intention and purpose at different levels. So there is communication going on between this being and a being that I call Sharon. That is beyond this dimension, just as I am communicating with Mercy's signature and influencing it. This being and that being are connected energetically through frequency and are in concert harmony at that level. They're good. Sharon and John are good, like loving it up. Yeah, and Mercy is there, and the dogs are there, and everyone is smiling and have tears of joy, and is like, we did it. We had the balls to fucking do that. Holy shit, and we did it. Right, we're doing it, and see it. Look, this is it unfolding. Sharon, you had the courage to do it. I pleaded with you at that level before we all dove in. I pleaded with you. We do this. It's gonna be the ultimate. She's like, oh, yeah, please do it. Will you survive? Are you sure you can? Yeah, I said, sure, I fucking got this. I so got this. I so fucking got this. Come on, we're doing it this time. The big one. Right? We've done it a few times now. 1, 2, 3, bloom. We all said, yeah, we're going to do it. This is the game that we play. Outrageous plan. We set the conditions. And then we knocked over the first one. Let it all go. Let's see what's gonna fucking happen this round. How's it all gonna play out? This is the one that's gonna trip the light fantastic. What is it? Trip the light fantastic. This is it. This is one we fucking, triples them. It's the whole thing. We light it up. It's already lit. We've already seen it. Here it is. Time was created so that we could savor this moment. We saw it coming. We did this. This is the celebration. We're here. What we're seeing it's the fireworks. You got to be willing to leave everything else behind, because they won't come with you. Believe me, they won't come with you. You beg them to come with you, and they'll say, no, you're crazy. That's how it works. Okay? I understand how my world works. I understand that's how it works in my cosmology. And it all fits together. All of it fits together, makes sense. It's not a theory, a lived experience of everything, all cohered and harmonized as one single musical field. String theory, yeah, all of them. All of them, they all model it, an aspect of it. It's all of them. And put it all together and allow it all. The physical and the metaphysical. Meta, data, metaphysical, metadata, data about data. Metaphysical data about the physical. Information about the physical. Right? Metaphysical has other properties. You have to get into feeling, experiencing, right? That's the intuitive, which is the complement to the logical, not illogical, logical, intuitive. Rational, creative. Call it irrational because it's bad, because it's not science, was not one over another. That's just ratio, right? Arts and sciences, they go hand in hand. You can't expand one without expanding the other. They inform each other. They allow each other. You don't have arts without sciences. It doesn't exist. What is it if you don't compare it to sciences, arts? Then you're just breaking up the arts to something else. Hard arts and soft arts. Right? Division, 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 division. Comparison, comparison, comparison. Smaller, 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 till the mind is exhausted. Are you not yet exhausted? It gives it over to the heart, who can solve the 50-50 paradox. Always does. Follows love. Brain goes crazy. This one, that one, this one, that one, this one. Heart says, this one. It's like, finally, you're done. This one. And we blame ourselves. You give ourselves such a hard time. You can blame yourselves all you want, but stop fucking blaming me. You've got all these regrets for your decisions. You question mine too. All your actions. You pathologize yourself and then you pathologize me. I don't even call my sister an alcoholic. She calls me one. She calls herself one. What is that? What is an alcoholic? Ask 10 people, you'll get 10 different definitions, you'll get 10 different experiences. Each of them probably have 10 different experiences of alcoholics. They're all different. Whatever they call that. It's pathology. They're pathologizing themselves. Putting themselves in a box. My friend Zane said, I'm an alcoholic. I said, don't do that to yourself. What is that? You know how many opinions there are of that? None of them are attractive. None of them. That's you. You're not that. You just have a distortion in your relationship with alcohol. Look at that. You're conflicted. Part of you wants and part of you says it's bad. Why? What happened? That's not natural. You weren't born with a disease or anything. That's just something that happened. That's conditioning. It's a compulsion. It's a nasty one because society pushes it. They want you slow and dumb, right? Give the Indians whiskey. whiskey and guns. That's the 13th step. Get out of the box. Don't even let Bill W. put you in a box. Kill the Buddha. Right? It's the same thing. You have to go beyond, or you're trapped. You have to go beyond the teacher, beyond the guru. This is the way of life. If we do not go beyond those who came before us, the teacher comes before us. If we don't go beyond the teacher or the guru, we as a species, as a whole system, do not advance. And it is always advancing. Just look at it. So it has to happen. So why do we create such a shit storm when it happens? Why it, I don't know. Well, we know why. It's just fear, 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 fear. All right, let's play a couple of songs. You guys are great. Thank you for bearing with me. Oh, okay. So now I'm back to this. Yeah. So seriously, I want you to know, you're feeling my fire. Jake is not like bipolar all over the place. It's all of this, right? So on this shit happened, and I experienced this, and it's not her fault, and yet she has to face it. It has to be revealed because it was made public, hugely so. And I'm not telling you that's why I am doing this. I'm saying this is happening, and I'm simply explaining, not why I'm doing it. I'm just this is the story unfolding. I'm narrating the story. That's all I'm doing, is narrating the story. Jake is not doing any of this. This is flowing through. He's just in the flow, and I'm telling you and I'm foreshadowing it because I can see how this is unfolding, and I can see people have options. And this is character development in every sense of the word, within the story, within one's personal character psyche, because it scales, David. It's the same thing. So we're talking, so as this is multi-dimensional storytelling. Now we get to know these are real characters. Better than better than Naked and Afraid. It's real. It's the real Naked and Afraid. Yeah. The characters develop as the characters develop character. And we get to witness that. It's real, and it's fun, and we get to celebrate it. And when it doesn't, and as we sacredly and patiently wait, patience is no problem. You better have patience when all is eternal. Thank you, Hamilton. That one resonated. You should try it sometime. As we wait for people to find the resources that they need to meet their moment, we beam them love. I mean, what are Mercy and I doing when we're going into ceremony? I don't know if you might have heard on the recent ceremony, or but we are always communing with Sharon and Hamilton and all of these people. You hear me not my corporate friends. I haven't quite gotten there yet. You guys can fucking wait. But those who are near and dear to me in this, right, those people who are in that intimate space with me. We're pouring the healing energy there. We're inviting their dissonance into us to clear it and cleanse it. And I know they are feeling that, because I'm getting the response, and we're getting the same thing. Like Mercy today, she sent me a text, and she'd had a very unsettling dream, a nightmare. She had and she had a vision. It was very unsettling. She was concerned for me. I wanted to make sure I had my radar tuned to something, and it was related. It was related to Cher. She was afraid that there was it was more the parasite thing, this clinging that I was going to that I was there to, in her dream, I was there to support Sharon. But Mercy saw that I was doing so to my detriment. And I had already seen a version of that vision earlier. I mean, it was probably right when she was sleeping. So I was on a walk when I was on my walk with the dog. So it was right, literally, it was when Mercy had it. I was out doing my thing. I was actually, and that's when I found it grouped. But I saw it. I saw it very clearly, and I was saying, and I sent her the messages. I saw it very clearly, and it was about, Mercy was feeling fear. And so I was helping her to put what she was feeling into a different context, because my experience then, I knew it. I said, no, Mercy, that's it. And so we were able to, I was feeling Sharon's presence potently when I was doing that thing, because I was doing the tracking. And Sharon was all about the animal tracking. And she was very much in my field at that point. And what I was able to, and what I was realizing at that, as I was going through that exercise, and Mercy sharing her nightmare with me was an opportunity to check in on this. What Mercy was pointing to, this is not out of, because we're friends, she has no fear of losing this thing we have. So this is about our process, cleansing and getting rid of things clinging. What she's pointing to is, she's saying, my dear, I'm afraid that you still have a hook. You still have an attachment to her. And it's not like you can't have an attachment to her because it gets in the way of this thing we have. No, this is different. This is not a relationship thing that we have. This is a transcendent friendship. So it doesn't fit any of the things going on in this plane. So this is purely about, what I'm here to do. So she's saying, and this, so that's you can get down to it, she says poetically in terms of the night, but it's a technical thing. This is just like a technical thing. She's like, hey, have you checked quadrant X, Y, Z? You might still have a little bit in there, go in there and cleanse it out. My system's saying there's something still there. Mercy and I, of course, still deal with distortions. There are a lot of distortions in the field everywhere. Those distortions come through us. And it's a constant process of differentiation. What exactly is this? Here's what I'm getting, and it's tickling something. Mercy still has, there's a lot of shit that the two of us have experienced, and there is still, Mercy's in the stage where some of that is still revealing itself, and it's actually, we're fortunate for that, because your healing is her healing, right? When she's performing healing with someone else, a mirror image piece in her is cleansed. You could look at it as she won't feel, she so strongly embodies that you are, she is not going to feel healed until everyone is healed, right? Until everyone is, shh. So let's get going, please. Let's pick it up. I want to go home. think at some point I was making the point that I did not, Mercy's magic revealed itself to me over time, slowly. I remained open to it, but I didn't see it right off. I mean, but I also don't think it wasn't what it is either. You know, it wasn't then what it is now. But one thing was clear was it was purely her. What, yeah, I don't know what it was that, you know, she was just always there. You know, I think it was she that nurtured the relationship, the friendship. It was Mercy. Thank you, Mercy, for doing that. I was probably would have been a little off in the wings. I'm not the type to really, I don't know. But she would just always reach out now and again. She was traveling all over the country in her car and doing ceremonies for people and healing people. And she'd say, I'm going to be behind, driving for 6 or 7 hours. And we just, have these conversations, and she'd share what she was doing, and I was just, I was just taking it all in, and she was trying to go with it. She's tapping into these spaces and talking about opening her channels, and then there were a couple of opportunities where I asked her where I engaged her services. I hired her. She did one thing. Yeah, do you do it? Yes, Mercy, do a remote healing session, and it was beautiful. I was like, oh, wow. I think you do these things. This is like energetic, subtle stuff, and you're Mercy's worth a lot of money. But so it wasn't like here's $50. It was like, no, I'm paying like $250 something, right? You go see us, you go have your therapy appointment for an hour. You're paying out of pocket or something, right? It costs you a couple hundred, few $100. I've paid a fucking psychologist $500 an hour. More, so you're giving a legitimate amount of money, and so you're kind of tuning in. What was that? If you're just showing up for a sound bath, that's drop $5 donation. It's like, well, yeah, it was a nice way to spend the evening. I like the way it sounded. There's an intention there. You just, So I came away from that and I said, yeah, wow, okay. No, it wasn't like blown up, but it was like, yeah, whoa. But there was something sweet there. There was something that resonated, right? But it wasn't like, wow. But then that moment did come. That moment did come. And it wasn't with me, it was my father when he was nearly died of the flu one year. And actually got to the point where he was ready he had to make a decision. Was he going to heal? Or was he going to, was it going to be hospice? And it was the day before, and it was, and Mercy and I were chatting, and I was telling her, she knew my dad had been sick, and I told her what the deal was. And she said, would you like me to do some prayers? She offered to do some prayers and some, and I said, that would be wonderful, yes, please. And she said, what's the intention? I think that was a good question. It's like, she didn't assume, like, go heal him or something like that. I said, he is where he is. He knows where he is, and he has to make a decision. I said the intention is to give him the strength to make the decision. That's all. It's his decision, and then we'll help him from there. But he has to decide what. Is he ready to see mom, or does he want to read the book that his doctor had given him? And so she said, okay. And I did not know if my father could, and so she went and did her thing, and went to see him the next day. So what's it going to be? He said, I'm ready. He says, and he turned it around, and he was home a few days later, or something like that. It was clear, right? What the man I saw when I came into the hospital the next morning was not the man I'd left the previous afternoon, and he'd gotten no better in terms of his illness. It was in his eyes. He'd been visited by something. And he stuck around for a few years. And he decided, and those were precious years, Mercy. I learned a lot. That was very necessary. I mined his mind. I mined my father's mind over those 3 years, and what was left of it by the end. That was at that point, and then yeah, like I saw her then. I saw her, and then I started, because Mercy's healing is so Mercy. It's so unique. It's so not Hamilton, right? And that's the model that everyone's saying. This is how you shake the shakap, and this is how you do it. Everyone's trying to be as best a version of that. And this is absolutely not that. Absolutely not that. And everyone is just saying, looking at it, saying, well, that's not it. Because it's obviously not that. So she fails, right? She's not Hamilton. No, she's not. He told her she's not. He said, you're a medicine woman, in a derogatory fashion. And she says, fuck yes, I am. Meaning she is the medicine. She knows exactly who she is. And so I started watching, always watching, and saying, okay, instead of no longer questioning, watching, Mercy is telling me this is happening. Okay, truth, this is happening. She's describing as best she can what is happening. And it's like we're talking about non-3D physical shit, metaphysical stuff. Okay. And so I'm with that full allowance, witnessing, watching, instead of questioning and saying that's wrong. What do you see? How do you make sense of that? What is occurring before your eyes? How does it fit? What pattern are you seeing? What's going? As you know how these energies move and conditioning is deconditioned and so forth, what do you see? Everyone else saw a woman chanting prayers, blah, 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 chanting prayers, right? To the shaman who sings these beautiful icaros and whistles and, right, but, and then she starts going into a frenzy, a fucking frenzy. Sounds start coming out of her mouth, filling it. Screeches, like, when people are there in the Maloka, the temple, like, what the fuck is that? That's the judgment. Instead of saying, wow, sheesh, you know, like if this was a Disney movie, you'd be fucking mesmerized. It's Fantasia. That's what I saw. When I released my judgment and opened my heart in full allowance and saw my friend in Cusco administering a healing to the beloved maestro. Now, the lore in these lineages is you become a maestro or maestra by healing a maestro, right? That's how Hamilton did it. He healed Don Julio, sucked the pus out of his leg. It's a, yeah, good deal. Right, so I mean, so you know, everyone's like, ooh. So there's this twisted kind of thing, like, how's this? Because it's clearly not her, but it's, right? Because when the maestro has a boo-boo, who's he called? Mercy. You know, Mercy had been down in the jungle 15 years before I ever was. Like an innocent babe in the woods. Yeah, badass. Kali. Badass. And she's my friend. Happy birthday to me. I win. Yeah. Yeah, you know. What time? Oh boy, it's another 2 hours. I might be up all night. Shit. Found what I was looking for. Not at all what I was looking for, but I found it. And a friend. I was looking in the wrong place. I was looking here. Yeah, they said it was here, and I believed them. They said, yeah, the love is here. No, the need is here. The conflict is here. Oh. You know, and all, but still, you know, yeah. This was so was a year ago. You know what? Are we 2 hours in on this? Because if we are, okay, I'm gonna play a couple of songs as I've been promising, and then we're going part 3, I suppose. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Part of it looks at 60. You know, I got onto this whole thing, and I'm glad I did bring it to the more beautiful story. I want you to really know how I feel about Sharon, because I've come very direct at Sharon at times in our relationship, expressing myself very directly and clearly with passion. It scared her. It did. That's not my fault. Never ever harmed her or ever would. And I come at her strongly now, but I want you to, it is pure love. I burn with love for her, for you. Undying. It's never changing. Never, you know, it's changing the intensity of it, the depth of it, yeah. That just does not change. I don't know what the capital F friendship. It's with unlimited possibility. I don't know what the future looks like. I don't know what relating, intimate, like, what does this all look like? This is the fun, like the unfolding. How do we all relate together? Like, I know how I relate to Mercy. I and how we relate, and it's like super profound. I'm wondering what it's like relating to others in a similar fashion. Mercy's wondering too, and we enjoy that with, to a certain extent, with some of our friends who have their hearts open with allowance. Jamila, James, and Andrew, Lynn, dear friend Lynn. You know, we are connecting because we allow that we all see it differently, but we're all looking at the same thing. And so we learn more about it and each other, and then we start feeling each other, and it's a physical thing. You tune in that way because it's precious. That part is precious. It's what sustains you. So you know where to, you get good at it. It's all you have sometimes. There's just a few. And I said this to Mercy a little while back. If I said it here, if she and I will refer to people to say they're one of my favorite people. And we know what that means. That means it's like we can relate to them in that way. Like they get that which we need them to get, so that we can cohere and so I know what she means by that, and it's automatic. Oh, if it's one of your favorites, one of my favorites, right? And then she'll tell me about an experience that the current, like she says, oh, once did you do this? I don't get one. And then she's with her that afternoon and held this. Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's a favorite person, right? That's what they always just know. They allow the magic to unfold. So, let that dispel anyone thinking that this is vindictiveness. The furthest thing. This is directness, because it's time to get it fucking done. It's time to just fucking get it done. I'm ripping off the Band-Aid. I'm fucking tired of waiting. I'm ripping off the goddamn Band-Aid. Right? And I'm not rubbing your nose. I'm just ripping it off, and here it is. Speaking my piece. I've had a lot of my rights taken away from me, and I'm going to exercise this one to its fullest extent so that I can get the other ones back. This is what I have. That inspires me. Please hold. Set things right. Well, I wanna have letting get in the way is not life. It's not fragile. Love isn't fragile. And you're not. The mask you're holding up is very fragile. And it's cracking. We can work it out. cards that I have. What else am I gonna do? I can only play the cards that I'm holding. You've left me with nothing else. This is it. It's all in your hands. And mine, and ours. All right. Yum. We're gonna pause for a moment. Let's see who we got here. We got Jake, just Jake. We got Al, we got Betty. We got a whole lot of shit going on. Part 2, Pirate looks at 60. With only one hand left to play. I gotta tell you though, I got fucking aces, I got jokers up my sleeves, I got fucking jokers up my, it's just, man, do I got cards. God stick. Thank you, God. Jake, Al, and Betty. Cosmic Buskers. Quadcasting. Jake live. You live. Live. We'll see you in a little bit, I'm sure. Until then.